Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for watching my previous video. I just want to say it right now because I'm really grateful for kind of a good engagement on my last video because I haven't posted in a while and here you are watching my videos still. I'm really grateful. So talking about today's video, I just really want to look into the Tucker Carlson situation because it's kind of like unexpected. Like Tucker Carlson had, a lot of interviews with, famous people on the right. The last interview being with Donald Trump. Tucker Carlson brought the attention, the views, the, money, to be completely honest, to the Fox News network. And they just decided to cut him for seemingly no reason. So what I want to do in today's video is to take a look into this situation, why he was let go, what happened there, maybe try to get a sneak peek behind the closed doors and just understand what might have happened there. All my readings are alleged for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying that I know 100% what happened. I can't know, but what I can do is I can ask my tarot cards to maybe give me some insight into the situation as much as they can and, make my judgment based on what my tarot cards say. So let's see. But I was shocked, like the beginning of this week and with the, after the eclipses and with Mercury retrograde in power, I didn't know it will be like that. But I am shocked at what has happened because once again Tucker Carlson was let go, Don Lemon was let go, someone else was let go from NBC. I suppose, I don't remember clearly, and like all those people are being let go, and like all the famous faces too. So I don't know what's kind of like the media purge is happening. So yeah, so why was Tucker Carlson let go? I'm gonna take one card first. Let's see what we have. Four of Wands. So for me, even though it's like a card of celebration and card of like something good, for me, I do believe it's Four of Wands is also like a card of people, of close groups of people, kind of like family ties or kind of like very close friends, and like you're celebrating stuff together. So for me, like why he was let go, because by him letting go, this group of people could finally celebrate, could finally feel like, okay, everything's good, everything's fine. There's like a sense of relief for me in this card. So let's see what other cards, like two cards, can I pull out? Oh yeah. So we have the Death and the King of Wands, so also like Wands energy. So we have it like this. So Four of Wands, once again, it's all about the group of people celebrating, group of people kind of like having their plans come to fruition, because you have to remember Four of Wands comes after Three of Wands, of course, but Three of Wands, it's like when you have a vision, when you have an understanding, when you have like a desire, like I want things to be like that, this is what I want, like my vision is 2020, I'm focused on my goal, and Four of Wands is achieving that goal and achieving your plans and like celebrating it with the closest people to you. And then we have Death, of course, Death, sudden change. It was coming, I think, but it was, how to say, of course Tucker Carlson did not say it, we didn't say it, but I think it was coming from behind the scenes. This is and like it was kind of like fated to be like, and Tucker, I kind of like I have seen his interviews, and I believe that he said in one of the interviews that like one day he will also be like cut out from the network, just like let go, fired. And so like I think it was coming like, and it's been in the processes and in discussions and in talks and in planning mode for a long time, and like it happened suddenly for us, but it didn't happen suddenly for them. And who is them? I hate the words that use that word. Them is the King of Wands. So there's a King of Wands here, of course, And like, first of all, how to say, I think it's kind of like dual here. So I think King of Wands in here not only symbolizes the person, but it just symbolizes the like situation as a whole. So there's like a desire for another, for like a consolidation of the narrative. Because King of Wands is a very strong, fiery, once again, king, manly energy, and like manly extroverted. So it's like exercising your power over other people. But King of Wands, he is more of a charismatic leader. He is more of a talker than a doer, because fire is a spiritual element, just like water. But water is more like passive and introverted. Fire is more active and extroverted. So King of Wands, he puts ideas into other people's heads, and he wants them to act upon his ideas. So I think this idea was coming from a very powerful man, once again, King of Wands, very influential man, a man who, like, really, he is captivating. He is putting his ideas into other people's minds, and maybe they don't even realize that, but they're acting out of his will. And he was planning this, I think, and like the sudden change that this card is talking about, I don't think that this change was sudden for him, because like when I pulled out those cards, they came out like this. So positioning is also very important. So you see King of Wands kind of like looking onto the death, and death goes to him. So to me, it means that like he was manifesting it, asking for it, trying to get it out and let it happen. So let's see what else. Like, why was Tucker Carlson? Ooh, let go. Give me a second. I'm trying to not. Yeah. Give me a second. What do we have here? Yeah. I think with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Wands upright, and Six of Wands upright, I do believe that it's also kind of like about Tucker Carlson becoming a liability for the company because of how successful he was. With the Eight of Pentacles upright, or in reverse, what the fuck is wrong with me today? Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I think that they might have even wanted him to work less. They might have even wanted him to do less. Because Eight of Pentacles is a person who's like really working hard on his passion, on his craft, like perfecting it. Like you see, he has created all those pentacles, and like this pentacle's kind of discarded, and he's working on another one, and then he's working on another one, and another one, and another one. So the idea here is that you are really working hard on your craft, you're perfecting it, you're moving forward, and usually it's a good card, but here it's in reverse. So I do think that there was a desire coming from maybe this King of Wands, a lot of Wands energy too. So it's a lot of powerful people here, powerful like energies. There was, I think, a desire and a push for him to kind of be like, be less, not work as hard, maybe don't dig that deep. But like the issue here with that is that he was on the roll. Tucker Carlson was on the roll with the Ace of Wands and Six of Wands too. Like he was on the roll. He was, just doing it all. He was, working his butt off. He was just pushing for his ideas, because once again, let's not forget, Wands, fire, energy, ideas, kind of like spiritual. So I think he was working really hard. He was really energized. He was working with the ideas that he thought were correct, that he wanted to push forward, that he wanted people to hear about. He was, taking all these interviews, I guess, whatever. But he was too much. Because with the Ace of Wands, you're like number one. You're out there. You're the alpha male. As much as I fucking hate this word, you're the alpha male, because Ace of Wands is a phallic symbol. It's a very, very male symbol. So, it's male energy. So, he was the number one. He was, the OG or whatever. And with the Six of Wands, especially, just like following up on the Ace of Wands, it's like he is like the king of the Fox News network. He is that one. And I think kind of like it got to his head. I think he did become a little bit like, well, I'm the main character here. And I think that they didn't like that one bit. So let's get some more cards. Where was he? Go. Yeah. I'm sorry for that, but it's just like, yeah, we have the judgment. We have the judgment card. We have the 9 of Pentacles. And we have 9 of Swords. So that's the reason for my the thing here is that they needed to let him go. As I said, I think he was a liability for them. With the judgment, it's a very, very big changes coming up. Very big changes. And you might not even know about them. Judgment is kind of similar to the death cards, and it's also like really interesting that we have, you know, those 2 cards here in this reading. So both of them talking about sudden changes and like very drastic and very, you know, like life-changing changes coming up. And with this card, it's also like it's very unannounced, and I think those are the changes that like really they shake you up to your core, and they destroy you basically. But they destroy you to like build you up, and like you feel like it's a catastrophe, but by the end of it you are reborn. But you're reborn to a better person, to a better situation. But here I think that the network itself, like they are feeling like something's coming up. Or they were given some notifications, you know, some, you know, like messages like I heard that something's gonna happen or whatever, and they are extremely anxious. Those changes, they will be about the money. It's all about the money, baby. It's all about the money, the bread, the bag that you're making. It's all about the money, and those whatever changes are coming up, or they feel it in the air that like it's gonna happen, they are making them extremely anxious. And I think that those changes, or whatever this like kind of like situation when you are forced onto the next stage of how to say, because like with the judgment, it's like in the card you see people are rising up from their graves. So it's like you're forced onto this next stage, you're crossing some threshold, and you're forcing yourself to go through the situation. Not like you forcing, it's life forcing you to go through this. It's karmic. And I think like here it's karmic with regards to the money, and like it's this like huge transition with regards to the money, and they're very anxious about it. And I think it kind of has to do with a lawsuit that was happening around Tucker Carlson with regards to like 2020 election, whatever. I don't really know that much about it. But I do think maybe it's about that, but maybe it's about him kind of like becoming a financial liability. It's about him maybe crossing the boundaries, crossing the threshold, trying to, you know what? Maybe it's like about trying to force Fox News to cross some threshold, to kind of like be reborn as a media entity, because like he was so powerful, he thought he might do that. I'm trying to gather up my thoughts. Like him trying to rebuild Fox News in his image, I guess, force it to become maybe like more MAGA, more pro-Trump, more like less like traditional media, and more like something like some kind of like new media. And they were scared because it was the money. It was about the money, and it scared them. And maybe, you know, I kind of like see that idea also like being around, like who the hell he thinks he is. He thinks he's this, you know, like king of Fox News, and he can rebuild our news station to his liking, but it's our money and we're anxious about it, and we see his influence, so like we're not gonna let him do that. Like I kind of see that being at play here. Oh my god. Wow, this reading is kind of like taking a lot from me. So let me get some last cards. I just want to get some like conclusion, like okay, or just maybe final remarks, I might say, from my cards. So why? I just think that I'm gonna take one card out. Yeah, just one card. Why? What's the cards? Let go. Why? Just to finish up the reading, just one card. But I'm kind of like surprised and not surprised that it happened, to be completely honest. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. Once again, we have two kings here. So for me, and the King of Pentacles, it's a king who builds up his wealth, builds up his legacy, creates something like of his, and like he promotes it. Like unlike Queen of Pentacles that like builds it up, but she just like passively has it, and like she maybe uses it, but for herself only, or like for maybe her closest people. King of Pentacles is a person who builds up his wealth and his power and his like material riches, and he kind of like uses as a leverage, as an influence, a tool onto other people. And with him here being like the final card, I think it was all more about the money and the influence that they wanted to keep for themselves and deprive Tucker of. Like, I think that's about that. Just final note, I want to quickly take a look like what's coming up for Tucker. What's coming up for Tucker Carlson? I'm just curious because like I bet he has a lot of offers right now. But I'm just wondering what he's gonna do. Like what will Tucker Carlson do? What's coming up for him? Oof. Yeah, I've seen this card popping out while I was shuffling. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. No, I think, okay, we're just gonna stick with two cards. It's Two of Cups and Three of Swords in reverse. Quite good cards, to be completely honest with you. Quite good cards, and I think that for him, what's coming up is he's gonna get an offer, and I think that he's gonna like it. Because Two of Cups, it's about love, yes, but it's also just like about any sort of like relationship, partnership. So it might be an offer like, come work for us, we're gonna give you the money, we're gonna give you the platform, we're gonna give you everything. And like I think he's hurt, of course, by Fox News letting him go, but I think that this offer will heal him. Will be like, okay, everything's fine, I can continue working, it's gonna be okay, I'm not losing my job, I'm not losing my popularity, I'm not losing my audience, it's gonna be okay. So I mean, I think, and I'm not surprised by that. Like Tucker Carlson is very welcome, I guess, on every right wing whatever podcast, news station, channel, or whatnot. It's just for him, it's more of like, what will he choose, or will there be offers good enough for him? And I think there will be. So thank you so much for watching this video. It was such a fun reading. Such a weird situation, to be completely honest. Like, I didn't expect that, nobody expected that, but yeah, just tried to give you a sneak peek into this whole debacle with Tucker Carlson and Fox News. If you like this reading, please press like and subscribe to my channel, leave your comments down below. What do you think about my reading? And yeah, I'll be happy to see you and hear from you, and yeah, just be with you here. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.